So everybody can take this out from Prarthana, Radha Krishna Pranamura on KK songs. KK songs में जाइए
YouTube,
Google
KK songs and Radha Krishna
Pranamura. This is Bhakti Narottam Das Thakur's. It is actually prayers to the Sakhis. That's.
So later you guys can also download the Vaishnav songs app.
Oh yeah, Vaishnav songs app. So every time just go to the app.
Okay.
ये भी जुड़ी कर देगी. Vaishnav song app. Because of the mood.
Okay.
Every bhajan has a mood associated with it. So there are some in the morning and evenings where generally are all the sad bhajans. Because they are in the mood of separation. You are so missing him. The mood of separation that you.
Yeah.
Krishna हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि। जय जय श्री राधे। श्याम। सभी उपस्थित भक्तों की जय जयकार हो।
हरे हरे
ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखावतांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते दीपि गोविंद स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय जय।
He won't be able to. People have anything.
You get it?
लिंक है, लिंक तो डाल दी। आपकी फोटो भी डाल दी। कई बार होते हैं ना बहुत सारी ऐप्स होती है उसका पता नहीं लगता।
Okay. So how this one works is when you download it, you get this interface, and then you just go here and then by letter. So Radha Krishna Pranmura will be R, and then it's the third one. And you can increase the size and form.
And will it be recorded also, or it's just a written text?
Just the text. Or maybe there's a section. See. It's not
मेरा लगा, मेरा आपने बोला था ना, मैंने बोला, मेरा लगा, आपका लगा हुआ है। ये ले जाओ।
Thank you everyone. Sorry for that. मुझे लगा था कि अलग से इसलिए मुझे शुरू में बोला चलो 5:30 तक करना है। रात को लगा शुरू से नोटिस वाली में 12 घंटे बाद
Yeah, it is very close by. But
लाइक
it was
15 मिनट में आने में लगे जिसको ट्रैफिक होता है वो भी थोड़ा फिर एकदम से यहाँ पे प्लान किया और स्कूल से सुना से गया हुआ है तो ये मैं ऑनलाइन रहूँ हाँ ठीक है एटलीस्ट 5 very nice thank you
Please. So, how many verses did we do last time?
2, 6.1 and 6.2.
And today we are doing the most important verse about the yoga ladder. This is a collection of Prabhupada's lectures on all these verses. They are transcribed. It's a very good book. Everybody should have.
Version of this, actually. Yes.
Everybody should have.
Further,
Further explained by it's there in our temple. So, because if you want to hear lectures, you need to invest that much time. But reading, you can stop, resume, stop, resume. So everybody should have
Some
this.
are still comfortable with reading.
Yes, thank
rather
God.
than hearing.
Thank God. Yeah, we don't have to give up that virtue.
Writing,
Okay, Hari bol,
reading,
Shikha.
writing, reading.
Okay, YG, are you there?
No, मेरे को नहीं।
अच्छा। लगा मेरी आवाज वहां से आ रही है। हरे कृष्ण। आप प्रशांत। YG, do you want to recite the verses? Okay, आप में से कौन read करना चाहते हैं?
Which one is it?
3.
6.3.
Anybody online who wants to recite? हेमा, अच्छा YG चली गई. Oh.
Reshma was also there for some time. I think she also left.
रेशमा ना, या she has a. हाँ पढ़ो. Verse 3.
Actually मेरा चश्मा थोड़ा नया है तो मे भी मुझे विजन में दिक्कत हो रही है
Okay.
तो ट्राई करती हूँ इंग्लिश एंड संस्कृत बोथ मिक्स कर
You read the verse. Yeah, sure.
आरूढ़ योगा कर्म कारणमुच्यते योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते. For one who is a neophyte in the eightfold yoga system, work is said to be the same, to be the means, and for one who is already elevated in yoga, cessation of all material activities is said to be the means.
Can you read it again? Because it's very important. Read the translation again.
For one who is a neophyte in the eightfold yoga system, work is said to be the means, and for the one who is already elevated in yoga, cessation of all material activities is said to be the means.
Cessation matlab stopping of all material. So one who is a neophyte, like us, in the eightfold yoga system, we are following yoga, Ashtanga yoga. Work is the means. Karma yoga, or yoga is the means to achieve liberation. But for someone who is already elevated in yoga, who is already past the eightfold Ashtanga yoga process, for him, cessation of all material activities is said to be good. Because he is already liberated, so stopping all kinds of work is the means to achieve liberation. For a person who is already elevated, not for, that's why he's saying, very clearly he's saying, for the neophytes, working is the means of achieving liberation. For the liberated, cessation of all material activities is the means of liberation.
Means for achieving the same goal, two different paths because of the stage at which you are in.
Yes, considering the level of elevation of the person. So, purport. The process of linking oneself with the Supreme is called yoga. ये तो सबको पता है that yoga comes from the root word yuj. Yuj से yoga आया, and yuj का मतलब है to connect. Actually, yoga का मतलब ही है to connect. It has nothing to do. Modern day has made it into a form of exercise, connecting it only to the body. It has nothing to do with the body. Actually, yuj means it is to connect you with your super soul. To connect your soul with your super soul is called yoga. Plain and simple. So the process of linking oneself with the Supreme, in this case we are talking about the Paramatma, is called yoga. It may be compared to a ladder for attaining the topmost spiritual realization. This ladder begins from the lowest material condition of the living entity and rises up to perfect self-realization in pure spiritual life. So ladder का क्या मतलब है? प्रभुपाद सिखाते हैं, इसी में आप लेक्चर में पढ़ेंगे. Ladder का मतलब है all the steps are on the way to progress, starting from the lowest. Even if you are the lowest of the lowest, you are an animalistic human being. Still, you are. That is also the first step. That is also a step to progress, provided you are on the path of dharma. There is chance for you also. There is hope for you also. Even if you are the lowest, you are a cannibal. you're an Adivasi, you're a cannibal, still yoga starts from there. That is also yoga, if you're on the path of dharma, if you're following the instructions of the Shastra. So ladder का सीढ़ी का क्या मतलब होता है? हर स्टेप से यू आर प्रोग्रेसिव, है ना? नीचे से ऊपर भी आप आए तो पहली सीढ़ी पे ही पैर रखा, लेकिन क्योंकि आपने दूसरी सीढ़ी पे भी पैर रखा, तीसरी पे भी पैर रखा, all the series are actually helping you progress till the second floor. You will come to the destination, even if you are on CD number 1. That is the meaning of ladder. And it rises up to self-realization in pure spiritual life. सारे वहां तक पहुंच सकते हैं. According to various elevations, different parts of the ladder are known by different names. So यहीं से धर्म निरपेक्षता, कोई जात पात, sorry, हेलो, हाँ जी, अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ हाँ, लेकर आएंगे. टावर 5 201. नहीं, विपुल ग्रीन गार्डन नहीं, अंदर आ गए आप? हाँ, ठीक ठीक ठीक. हाँ हाँ, मेन गेट भैया, इनको आने दीजिए, मेरा वो फोन खराब है. टावर 5 201. हाँ, आई थिंक भारती ने जो भिजवाया है. So she just injured her back today. So she's, but she had already planned kachoris for all of us, so वो भिजवा. According to various elevations, different parts of the ladder are known by different names, but all in all, the complete ladder is called yoga and may be divided into 3 parts: Gyan Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Broadly, इसमें भी सब पार्ट्स हैं, वो हम देखेंगे इस पे. But these are the broad: Gyan, Dhyan, and Bhakti. The beginning of the ladder is called Yoga Rurukshu stage. Yoga Rurukshu stage is the beginning, and the highest is Yoga Rur, where you have completed, you have achieved success. That is the stage of Yoga Rur. All of us are at the Yoga Rurukshu stage. Concerning the eightfold yoga system, which is the eightfold yoga system? Ashtanga. Attempts in the beginning to enter into meditation through regulative principles of life and practice of different sitting postures, which are more or less bodily exercises, are considered fruitive material activities. So, जो beginning में हम अष्टांग योगा के postures करते हैं, प्राणायाम के postures करते हैं, all these are the beginning, elementary stage, beginning stage.
Too back. Okay. Next time they go.
You have to press the button, that's it. ऊपर all such activities lead to achieving material perfect mental equilibrium to control the senses. जो हम discuss कर रहे थे, yoga has to start from youth if you want to hope to control your senses by the time you are 80. उसके लिए लाइफ में योगा करना पड़ेगा, तभी वो कंट्रोल में आएंगे. Otherwise they could be as chanchal as that of a child, even at the age of. How important it is to do it. When one is accomplished in the practice of meditation, he ceases all disturbing mental activities. A Krishna conscious person, however, is situated from the beginning on the platform of meditation because he always thinks of Krishna, and being constantly engaged in the service of Krishna, he is considered to have ceased all material activities. So here Prabhupada is concluding that ek to Ashtanga Yoga is the way where you go through yam, niyam, all those 8 processes. And the other process is Bhakti Yoga, where a Krishna conscious person is situated from the very beginning on the platform of meditation, because he always thinks of Krishna. He does not have to go through, or these Dhyan Yoga, Gyan Yoga is already inbuilt in Bhakti Yoga. You need not perform it separately. It is so simple. And being constantly engaged in the service of Krishna, he is considered to have ceased all material activities. It's not a small statement. A Krishna conscious person being constantly engaged in the service of Krishna is considered to have ceased all material activities, even at the yoga rukshu stage. हम beginning stage पे है ना, yoga rukshu stage. बहुत elevation के बाद yoga रूढ़ stage आती है. But bhakti yoga, who is practicing, neophyte, Kanishta Adhikari, is already said to be in the yoga rudha stage. He has considered to have ceased all material activity. How?
By thinking only of Krishna and
Be-
engaging.
Because he has purified those activities. Activities करनी बंद नहीं की. वही गृहस्थी, वही खाना पीना, वही रिश्तेदारी, everything. But because he has Krishnized them, so those activities are not happening anymore. They are doing only Krishna conscious activity. He's already stopped it. जो कि comes after, thousands of years of tapasya in Ashtanga Yoga. How easy and how simple and how fortunate it is. ये रास्ता किसी ने हमें बताया. Otherwise, you would have felt कि I can't do it. Let me just keep to my materialistic ways only. But किसी ना किसी तरह तो पहुंच ही जाए. But no. So, if you can see this. दिख रहा है? आगे आ जाओ. पढ़ा नहीं जाएगा. Okay. Can you see it now?
आप इसको रीड कर दो.
और नहीं देख के भी मजा आता है ना. Yeah, Preeti and Hek. Okay. So here you can see that the lowest species. आगे आ जाओ. है ना?
Would you like to have this?
ले लो. So we begin with the animalistic life, okay, which is made up of ugra karam, excessive work. सुबह 8 बजे से लेके रात 10 बजे तक जो काम करते हैं, that's ugra karam. And vikarna. Vikaram means whatever karma you're going to do, you're going to get a reaction for that. You will get a reaction, whether you believe in it or not. This stage is comprising of these two karmas, vikaram and ugra karam. And इसमें आप eating, sleeping, mating and defending करते हैं. This is the first CD. This is the lowest CD. And if you really look at this, the whole world is doing this right. We are here. How can you expect कि कल को peaceful हो जाए? कल को सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा? Next step from here is karma kand. So karma kand means, okay, I will do eating, sleeping, mating and defending, but I will follow the instructions of Shastra. जो rules and regulations शास्त्र में बताए गए हैं, उसके हिसाब से मैं eating, sleeping, mating और defending. So the biggest advantage of that is that you become a fruitive worker. मतलब आपको fruits चाहिए अपने result के, but you're doing it in a regulated way, not in a animal life. Means you will do whenever you want, whatever you want, however you want, with whoever you want. This is animal life. Here, niyam. Yes, sir. Okay. So you have regulated your sense gratification according to scriptures. You're performing all the rituals. So already, इसका जो effect है from coming from here to at least you are eligible for swarga. Or at least you are eligible after death to come back to earth. You will not go down to those hellish planets. At least minimum you will, which is also a very big thing, to come back to planet Earth, because this is the only planet with a suitable environment to live. You can't practice bhakti yoga in those lower hellish planets. Now sun bhi nahi. And you are always in anxiety, discomfort and pain. You cannot do bhakti yoga in that condition. So you have to be in a peaceful environment. So ये इसका फायदा कर्म कांड का भी फायदा है. But at least you are eligible for. Higher than that is, so there is a difference between karma kand and karma yoga. There is a difference. Karma kand is okay, मैंने ये व्रत रखा और मुझे कुछ मिला. So I'm following all the rituals. मुझे नवरात्रे भी रखने हैं, मुझे सारा कुछ रखना है, शिव पूजा, this पूजा, all that I'm doing because मेरा सब बना रहे, मेरी सारी शर्तियाँ इलाज है, that I get satisfaction of my desires. But yoga, okay, kand and yoga, ये फर्क है दोनों में. Yoga means to connect. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? You are renouncing the fruits or the results of your activities. मतलब you are not expecting anything in return. You are renouncing the fruits of your activities. So immediately, what is the great benefit of that? केवल तीसरी पैदान पे आया आप आए. हरि बोल, कब नहीं लगता. What is the result of that? You develop akaram. Akaram means no reaction. This is a very big result. That जो भी आपने किया, you will not get penalized for that, even if you have made mistakes. Because we are we are doing karma, we are doing nishkam karma yoga. Nishkam means I am not expecting anything in return.
Also dedicated to Krishna and the results.
कैसे हम
पता चलेगा
कि हम निष्काम
आप खाना खा रहे हो तो कृष्ण को भोग दो.
लेकिन हम और भी बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज करते हैं ना. चलो खाना खाना तो और भी बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज
So कृष्ण के नाम.
So, a very good question. The first symptom of whether you are doing Nishkam Karma Yoga is when things don't go your way, you accept it immediately. Without getting into this loop of Ugra Karam and Vikaram, that by hook or crook, I have to get it done. Let me immediately go to that Baba or that Mandir for my Manokamna Siddhi, because whatever Krishna has planned for you is not your liking.
Surrender.
So you don't accept that. You don't accept it and you try to go around it.
to get your own way.
This means we are not at this ladder, Nishkam Karma Yoga ladder. So you renounce the fruits, matlab you are renouncing the results of your activities. Activity तो आप उतने ही dedication से कर रहे हो. हाँ, ये भी एक और कि आपकी dedication activities करने की कम नहीं होती. मिला तो है नहीं, result तो आया नहीं. क्या फायदा करने का? इससे तो पहले ही अच्छे थे. भक्ति में आने से पहले कम से कम कुछ चढ़ाते थे तो मिल तो जाता था. अब तो वो भी नहीं हो रहा है. So आपकी dedication में भी कमी नहीं आई और आपने जो आपको results मिले वो आप accept भी कर रहे हो. That is the stage. Nishkam. This comes naturally when you come to this from the CD. From here to here, this comes naturally. Okay. Higher than that, so we've done Karma Kand and we've done Karma Yoga too. Higher than that is Gyan Yoga. चेहरा तो दिखाओ.
हाँ मैम वही.
Hari bol, come. Finally. Higher than that is Gyan Yoga. So what are you doing in Gyan Yoga? Same as Karma Yoga, you are renouncing the fruits. But there is even, you have added one more thing to this. Here you are renouncing the fruits of your activities. But here you are also renouncing speculative knowledge about Brahman. What is Brahman?
What the thieves see as non-Krishna devotees would see as presence.
Brahman is Krishna only, but the
Fulgencies.
impersonal form.
Yeah, so that is
Of
what the
Krishna.
thieves say. Thieves don't believe in Krishna. They say there is a power. So what they perceive as that power, that is.
Yeah. They see it just as Krishna.
Although that is also Krishna only. But they would like to believe in the heat and in the light of fire, but they don't want to accept that there is a fire जिसकी वजह से heat और light है. They say कि fire की जरूरत नहीं है, heat और light है क्योंकि chemical reaction है इसलिए है, so है. So you give up speculative knowledge about Brahman. Now why are they calling it speculative knowledge? This means that because you are giving up, you are accepting the information or definition of Brahman as per Shastra. Which means you are accepting that this is the effulgence of Krishna. But right now, I'm not interested in Krishna. I'm happy with Brahman effulgence. But you are acknowledging and accepting that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. And there is a person की वजह से ही light है, complete है. So that is the difference. So this means you're giving up even speculative knowledge, because there are many philosophies in the world about Brahman. On what this world is, what meditation is, what cosmos is, what is that universal power. बहुत सारी है. All that is speculative knowledge. Why? Why is it speculative knowledge? Even if they prove it through PhD and thesis, you can't prove it. But why is it? Why are they calling it speculative knowledge?
Nothing has been actually confirmed so far by anyone.
It is not.
Or
You
any
are
It is not coming from an authorized version. Matlab, you are not basing your arguments based on some authorized scripture. On Dr. Frog, you're basing your your thesis on the statements of non-devotees or materialistic people who are not even authorized to speak on this topic. So उन सबको speculative बोला जाता है. ठीक है?
शब्द प्रमाण नहीं है.
जो शब्द प्रमाण के शब्द प्रमाण मतलब शास्त्र. जो शास्त्र के आधार पर नहीं है वो स्पेक्युलेटिव ही है. सो सोचो क्या क्या आ जाएगा इसके अंदर. एवरीथिंग ऑल आवर टेक्स्ट बुक्स, ऑल आवर साइंटिफिक थीसिस, सब कुछ उसमें आ जाता है. सो दैट इज ज्ञान योगा. You are not only renouncing the fruits, not only are you doing Nishkam Karma Yoga, but you're also giving up speculative knowledge about Brahman, and one more thing has been added, austerity. So you willingly accept an austere way of life. Alpa nitra, alpahar, even kam bolna. Everything becomes regulated. You have voluntarily taken up, not out of or coercion, but out of love. You have, because here in Gyan Yoga, you get the consciousness that I'm not here to be served. I am here to serve. So why am I indulging myself? I'm here to indulge his senses. Automatically you start restricting your senses voluntarily, because that is love. For example, if a mother is taking care of a child and she suddenly has this urge of going out with her friends, कि मेरा भी तो मन करता है, मेरी भी तो life है, but she gives that up because the higher purpose is that my child should not be neglected. So she has voluntarily taken up those austerities. If the doctor has prescribed that your child is still nursing you, do not eat these items. She loves to eat them, but she has voluntarily given it up. So उसकी eating regulate हो गई. How she spends her time regulate हो गया, कितना वो फोन पे बात कर रही है regulate हो गया, कहाँ वो जा रही है regulate हो गया. लेकिन क्यों हो गया? voluntarily कर रही है, कोई इसके ऊपर watchman तो है नहीं. Out of love, because her greater goal of her life is that I have to serve this child and he needs my attention. My own needs are not so important. While she continues to have her basic, because she has to live and be healthy, so she keeps it to the bare minimum, or at least tries to reduce it. This is Gyan Yoga. And this is Bhakti.
Beautiful knowledge you give.
So anytime we are in doubt, कि क्या क्या छोड़े, take this example in your mind of a mother and a child. So he is the mother, he is our Supreme Father. We are his servant. Servant mentality लाने के लिए आपको austerity automatically आनी, मतलब austerity and servant mentality go together. You cannot say that I would like to enjoy my life also and I will also do Bhakti Yoga. They don't go together. Then you are not a servant. You are a master only. You are trying to enjoy. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत तेरे लिए भी कर दो, कितना पढ़ रहे हैं. This is the test. This is Gyan Yoga. So to reach Gyan Yoga, you will have to go through animal life, Karma Kand, Karma Yoga, and then comes Gyan Yoga. And higher than that is Ashtanga Yoga. Here comes Ashtanga Yoga, which he's saying. जो ये third verse में बोल रहे हैं अभी. Ashtanga Yoga इतनी देर के बाद जाके आता है. मतलब ध्यान comes above ज्ञान. अभी तो सिर्फ ज्ञान आया है, उसके ऊपर we come to ध्यान योगा. Here again you are doing all the things of निष्काम कर्म yoga. You are renouncing fruits, है ना? You are giving up speculative knowledge about Brahman. You are also taking up austerities. ठीक है? But you have a controlled mind and senses through meditation on Paramatma. यहाँ we are doing it out of a sense of duty. But here in Brahman or Paramatma stage, you are meditating on the, you have constantly started meditating on the super soul self, the Paramatma of Krishna. Hence, you are renouncing the fruits, the speculative knowledge. So you are at the Brahman or Paramatma stage. That's Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga yogis maximum go to Brahman only, the Paramatma form of the Lord. But this Brahman is not the same as this Brahman. It is still higher than Gyan Yoga. Because they have accepted the Shastra as the whole and soul. है ना? Speculative knowledge से ऊपर है ना वो. Austerities भी उन्होंने voluntarily ले ली. But at best, they have no desire to have a personal relationship with God. But still, they are higher than these three. And finally comes Bhakti Yoga. So, what is Bhakti Yoga? Loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord, just one. None of these. Why?
सब अपने लिए कर रहे हैं, उसमें सब कुछ इंक्लूड हो जाए.
Yes. यहाँ पे कैसे पहुंचोगे? इन सब पे पैर रख के, सीढ़ी है. अगर आप सेकंड फ्लोर पे आ गए हो, इट इज अंडरस्टूड कि आपने ग्राउंड फ्लोर क्रॉस किया, फर्स्ट फ्लोर क्रॉस किया, तभी आप पहुंच सकते हो. ये तो पहुंच ही नहीं सकते. So this includes all of it. So you start with Yoga Ruruksha, beginning stage, and you reach Yoga Rudha automatically through Bhakti Yoga. Hence, it's a direct process. This is very tedious and cumbersome. और ये एक लाइफ में तो इम्पॉसिबल है, कई लाइफ टाइम्स में भी इम्पॉसिबल है करना. कितना रिस्क लेंगे हम? क्या गारंटी है कि हम दोबारा से अर्थ पे भी आएंगे? सो काम सेल्फिशनेस से प्रेम, रियल लव का जो डिस्टेंस है, इसको एलिवेटर से ही तय करना या बुलेट ट्रेन से ही तय करने में अकलमंदी है इन कलयुग. We do not have 1 lakh years of life, or 10,000 years of life, or 1,000 years of life, or even 100 years of life. We don't have time. So the direct process is Sakam and Nishkam Karma Yoga. Sakam means with desire for results, and later on Nishkam means no desires for results also. Combination of both. We start with Sakam and automatically we will go to Nishkam. And then from Karma Yoga, you go directly to Bhakti Yoga and Prema. So take the direct process. This is the yoga. Hence, ye jo last line. Being constantly engaged in the service of Krishna, he is considered to have ceased all material activities. मतलब ये जो योगा रुरुक्षु है, इस स्टेज पे है, हाँ? But जो योगा रुरुक्षु भक्ति योगा से कर रहा है, he should be understood to be a yoga ruda. Automatically वो योगा रुडा स्टेज पे ही है, या eventually पहुंच ही रहा है या पहुंच जाएगा. It's a big statement. It's a very big statement. So we should not get trapped in Shkam Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. It's risky. Next verse.
यदाहि तेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुष्ठते सर्वसंकल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तदोच्यते. A person is said to be elevated in yoga when having renounced all material desires. He neither acts for sense gratification nor engages in fruitive activities. Now read it again. A person is said to be elevated in yoga when having renounced all material desires, he neither acts for sense gratification nor engages in rooted activity.
So actually जो हमने ये yoga ladder किया है, Krishna is just expanding on that point of view in the next 3 verses. The same thing he's going more in detail. When a person is fully engaged in transcendental loving service of the Lord, he is pleased in himself. So he's no longer engaged in sense gratification. Sense gratification हम क्यों कर रहे हैं? Enjoyment के लिए, खुशी के लिए. हमें we want to be stress free, anxiety free, and we want to be happy. But if you are already getting that happiness and that bliss by serving him, तो आप बाहर जाओगे ही नहीं. Isn't it? You will not search artificial means to be happy. Otherwise, one must be engaged in sense gratification. Since you cannot live without engagement, निठल्ला तो बैठ ही नहीं सकता soul. So without Krishna consciousness, one must be always seeking self-centered or extended selfish activities. This is also a very, very, very big statement. Matlab, if you're not doing Krishna consciousness, there is no way out. There is no other process. You can't say कि मुश्किल है ये, कुछ और कर लेते. There is no other.
Means if we are not doing Krishna conscious activities, so we are all the time doing for your own self.
Two things he's saying. या तो you will be always seeking self-centered, मतलब my desires, or extended selfish activities. Just for example, we've done it many times. What is extended selfish activities? समाज सेवा, NGOs में काम करना, schools खोलना, philanthropic
and
philanthropic
case
activities.
word popular समाज का ये social, economic, political, all these things worldwide.
ठीक है, so that is also selfish activities only. They are just expanded कि है वो भी मेरा, मतलब एक तो है मैं first my needs, फिर है मेरी family की needs. So you are just selfish, but you are expanded selfishness. मेरी family की needs, फिर मेरी society की needs, क्योंकि मैं ये society में रह रही हूँ तो society भी ठीक ठाक होनी चाहिए, यहाँ पे भी वो सारी चीजें होनी चाहिए जो मेरे को खुश रखे. फिर मेरी city, but center is me because I want to enjoy my city also. Then more expand कर लो my country. I want to belong to a country that's the best in the world. This is also expanded selfishness only. And finally, the whole planet भी अगर आप ले लो, पूरा planet Earth भी अगर आप ले लो, it is nothing but selfish activities. इससे ज़्यादा कोई knowledge ही नहीं है world में. दुनिया में अगर आप सारी philosophy जिस समय पढ़ो, they only have this understanding. समाज सेवा या विश्व सेवा is the highest form of human life. This is what they teach. Everybody teaches this. And a person who is doing this is glorified Nobel Peace Prize, भगवान, धूप, कुछ भी धूप बत्ती, उन्हीं को भगवान बनाती. एक सेंटेंस में प्रभुपाद has washed it all off. Or clarified like a litmus test. If you are not, ये सब अगर आप कर रहे हो, दुनिया की भी मैं तो कह रही हूँ सेवा कर रहे हो, you are just a selfish, self-centered person. If you are not, अगर कृष्ण उसमें जुड़ा हुआ नहीं है, then it is, can you believe, first पहली सीढ़ी पे आ जाते हैं. भागवतम में तो it is called श्रम एव ही केवलम. श्रम, hard work, एव ही केवलम. Krishna says, I will consider it just as hard work. बहुत hard work किया. Okay. Shastra is
basically saying that unless you acknowledge that Krishna is the be all and all, the all supreme powerful, credit for everything has to go to him. If you do any other activity, like you said, for social well-being, social does not take into cognizance Krishna himself, but he is the doer of, or the center of everything. That's why it's all wasted activity, right?
And how do we keep Krishna in the center? How do we connect everything to Krishna? By doing all these activities in accordance with Shastra. Basically, we take ही स्पीकिंग आगे के चैप्टर्स में कैसे दान करना है, किन एक्टिविटीज में दान करना है. देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ दान. दान in sattva-gun, in rajogun, in tamogun. And then he's saying which way is recommending. Of course, only sattva-gun का दान is recommended, not rajogun. तो ये अगर आपको करने भी हैं extended selfish activities, उसमें भी do it under guidance. Whimsically अगर आपने कुछ भी किया, then it is shram ev nikeva. To answer your question more explicitly. So पग पे guidance चाहिए हमें. हमें कहाँ पता है? But a Krishna conscious person can do everything for the satisfaction of Krishna and thereby be perfectly detached from sense gratification. One who has no such realization must mechanically try to escape material desires before being elevated to the top rung of the yoga. So, और एक point जो मुझे इसमें समझ के आ रहा है कि Krishna conscious person can do everything for the satisfaction of Krishna and thereby he is detached from sense gratification. is in desires को कैसे करोगे control? Supposing आप अपने मन को मना भी लो कि हाँ मैं तो कृष्णा को ही तो रखा हुआ है सेंटर में, घर में मंदिर है, लड्डू गोपाल भी है, हम तो करते ही उनकी वजह से. That's what most मारवाड़ी से नो, हमको तो जी पैदाइशी मिला हुआ है, हमारे डीएनए में यहाँ चला ही आ रहा है ना, तो हम तो है ही है वो. But the test of your bhakti is, are your desires controlled? Are you peaceful or are you expanding? Is your mind in your control? Is your desire in your control? That is the test. क्या bhakti yoga कर रहे हो? Everything is verifiable like a math equation. If A is equal to B, जो आपको जो भी sum देते हैं, in the end जो answer आता है, that answer अगर आप दोबारा से sum में डालो, तो अगर आपको right side is equal to left side मिल रही है, मतलब that answer is right. Same way it is. This is exactly what Krishna is saying. Verify. If you think also कि आप कर रहे हो, verify करके देखोगे कर रहे हो.
हम जो भी एक्टिविटी अपनी सेंसेस के लिए कर रहे हैं वो सब बेकार है, क्योंकि वो सकाम कर्म में आ गई. और अगर हम सिर्फ कृष्णा के लिए कर्म कर रहे हैं, चाहे हम टीचिंग कर रहे हैं, चाहे हम खा रहे हैं, चाहे कपड़े पहन रहे हैं, कुछ भी हम एक्टिविटी भगवान को बीच में सेंटर करके कर रहे हैं, दैट इज भक्ति.
Again, I would clarify that further, जो मैंने इनको भी बोला. अगर आप कृष्ण को सब कुछ सेंटर में रख के कर रहे हो, को भी आप कैसे एनालाइज करोगे? Again, whether you are doing as per शास्त्र. मेन चीज वो है. और हम सब whimsically काम कर रहे हैं, जो हमें ठीक लग रहा है वो ही कर रहे हैं हम, क्योंकि हम we are not asking questions. Are we getting back to anyone? ये मुझे करना है, कैसे करना है? If we are not asking questions, this means we are not taking direction. This means Krishna is not the center of our life. What's convenient to be the center of life? जितना मैं कर सकती हूँ मैं अपने करूँगी. जैन्स बोलते हैं ना ऐसे, जहाँ लगन हो सके त्याँ लगन करी से बोलते हैं, जितना हो सकता है उतना. महावीर ने ऐसे बोला है, जितना हो सकता है उतना करो. माइंड तो आपको शॉर्टकट नहीं लेके जाएगा, क्योंकि मेरे से तो इतना ही हो सकता है. So again, under guidance as per Shastra, then you will see the proof of the pudding is in the eating. You will get this result. वहीं से आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आप कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो. मन desires control में होंगे, मन शांत होगा, and expand नहीं होंगे आपके desires. So one who has no such realization, जो ये realization नहीं है, उसको mechanically करना पड़ेगा ये सब चीजें. How tough it is. मतलब मेडिटेशन में बैठ के ये जितने भी multi-million dollar industry चल रही है, this yoga, that yoga, positive thinking seminars, this exercise, that exercise, affirmations, so much is going on. Those are called all mechanical processes. करते रहो. Try to escape material desires through these mechanical things before being elevated to the top. But cheating का डर अलग. If you are following a mechanical process, मतलब a human being is involved in administering that mechanical process to you, and we already know human being के 4 defects हैं. कौन से 4 defects हैं? मतलब वो हमारे डीएनए में ही है. No person can say कि नहीं हम तो ऐसे नहीं. वो आपके खून में ही है. If you are a human being, that tendency is there. This life is given to you to overcome that tendency. है वो लेकिन सब cheating propensity, telling lies, lying. सेंसेस ही इम्परफेक्ट है, तो सोल्यूशन कैसे उसका परफेक्ट हो सकता है मैकेनिकल? एंड the four defects of human beings: illusion, in illusion. He is always in illusion. जो दिख रहा है वो है नहीं वैसा, और उसको लगता है कि है, और उसके हिसाब से उसने मैकेनिकल प्रोसेस दे दिया. कितना डेंजरस है टू गो टू दीज पीपल ऑल्सो. Yes. Did we do the third and fourth? और थर्ड का हमने ये जो किया डिस्कशन अबाउट योगा, जो हमने अभी योगा लैडर देखा था हमने. सो हमने ये हमारा ये सफर तय करना है. हमने योगा वृक्ष से लेके योगा रूढ़ तक हमें जाना. हम सब अभी यहाँ हैं, एनिमल स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ. सो डिस्कशन अबाउट योगा. व्हाट इज योगा? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल योगा क्या है? लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दिस. गोल हमारा ये है टू लिंक विद द सुप्रीम. कोई और योगा का कोई और मीनिंग नहीं है, ना ही उसके हिसाब से जाना. अचीव ये होना चाहिए, उसी को योगा बोलेंगे. तो डिस्कशन अबाउट योगा क्या है? योगा इज कंपेयर्ड टू अ लैडर. इट बिगिंस फ्रॉम द लोएस्ट मटेरियल कंडीशन टू द टॉप मोस्ट. The complete ladder is called yoga because it is divided into 3 parts: Gyan, Dhyan, and Bhakti. This is just a revision of what we did. And the beginning is called Yoga Ruksha, and highest is Yoga Ruksha. And what is understanding the gradual process in Ashtanga Yoga practice? What is Ashtanga Yoga practice? It begins as meditation through regulative principles of life and practicing the asanas. So regulation is the first key. कि आप नियंत्रण में रहते हो. Then all such activities lead to achieving perfect mental equilibrium immediately. इसका सबसे पहला रिजल्ट है आपकी सेंसेस आपको एजिटेट नहीं करें, you become शांत. And then when one is accomplished in practicing meditation, then he ceases disturbing. Then mental activities जो आपको disturb करती हैं, those will stop. And the process in meditation, process of meditation and Krishna consciousness क्या? ये इनकी देखो कितनी explanation है. And look at Krishna consciousness. Always thinking of Krishna, engaged in Krishna, automatically all material activities are ceased. So simple. So practical, doable for people like us where we are in constant anxiety and the struggle for existence itself is so tough. देखो ना कितना कुछ manage करते हैं. So for all those who feel that chanting is very difficult, well, उसका alternative देख लो फिर. Is that easy?
चैंटिंग, अच्छी चैंटिंग करने के लिए फोकस, हम कहते हैं ना हम लोग के ऐसे ही हो रही है, पूरा फोकस नहीं हो रहा. इफ वी कुड डू प्राणायाम, फोकस, प्राणायाम हेल्प्स टू फोकस, राइट? फोकस करेंगे तो चैंटिंग भी अच्छी होगी.
So they are not saying कि body yoga मत करो, body तो चाहिए. पर प्रभुपाद ने किचन में लगा के रखा था, first is health, second is chanting. So don't confuse कि अपनी body का ध्यान नहीं रखना. But we are not using that mechanical yoga to reach liberation. That's the point we are trying to make. Please do yoga and pranayam by all means. All devotees do it. है ना? Chanting से पहले भी yoga करो, फिर chanting करने बैठो. But chanting will take you out of your mental miseries, not yoga and pranayam and meditation. Is the point, main point. And how is yoga rudha achieved in Krishna consciousness? एक तो ये अष्टांग योगा का प्रोसेस है, which is you renounce all your material desires. लेकिन since senses always need engagement, how will you renounce your material desires? Because human soul means there will be constant desires. There will be millions of desires even in a second. तो कैसे आप material desires को renounce कैसे करोगे? Not possible. अष्टांग योगा में बोलते हैं नहीं आप कर सकते हो, it's not possible. लेकिन अगर आप उनको लगा देते हो कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस में, तो डिजायर्स भी पूरे हो रहे हैं सारे और वो प्योरीफाई भी हो रहे हैं. इजी है, वो ज्यादा इजी है करना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जो बच्चा जिद करता है कि मुझे खुद खाना बनाना है, मम्मी को बोलता है कि मुझे खुद खाना बनाना है, माँ को पता है कि गैस तक नहीं जलानी आती और दे भी दूंगी गैस तो दे विल बर्न देमसेल्व्स. पहले तो मना करेगी, नो आई डू इट. नो नो, आपको क्या लगता है आप भी कर सकते हो? आई बीन वाचिंग यू, आई वांट टू डू इट. सो व्हाट विल अ इंटेलिजेंट मदर डू? हम सबकी माँ ने किया है. She will go to the market and get a kitchen set. which is a make believe झूठा सिस्टम. उसकी गैस चलती नहीं है, कभी भी नहीं चलेगी, सिर्फ शेप वैसी है, और वो लाकर बच्चे को दे देगी, फिर उसको बिस्किट और पानी दे देगी. आई यूज्ड टू पानी में बिस्किट गोल गोल के, ये दाल है, यही रोटी है, यही कड़ी है, यही सब करते हैं. ठीक है, वो हमें कुछ इंग्रेडिएंट्स, जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स हमें तकलीफ, मतलब हमें नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा सकते, कि मैक्सिमम ही क्या कर लेंगे पानी और बिस्किट के साथ, है ना? उनको कुछ नुकसान नहीं होगा. दे विल नॉट गिव अस ऑल द अदर स्पाइसेस और व्हाटएवर. मिर्ची मिर्ची तो हम बिल्कुल नहीं देंगे. दे विल गिव अस सम सिंपल इंग्रेडिएंट्स. अच्छा वही ले पका. पता है कि भूख जब लगेगी तो ये मेरे ही किचन में खाना, इससे तो इनका पेट भरेगा नहीं. इट्स जस्ट टू सैटिस्फाई देम कि हाँ भाई जब पका. दिस इज व्हाट कृष्णा इज डूइंग. कि इनको खुशी, सेटिस्फैक्शन, रिलीफ फ्रॉम देयर मेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स मेरे ही पास आते होगी. बट राइट नाउ दे वांट टू बी ओनर्स एंड कंट्रोलर्स. ठीक है, ये पृथ्वी बना दी आपके लिए, गूगल. आई एम सस्पेंडिंग इट फॉर अ फ्यू मिनट्स, और जस्ट उनकी जो एक एक्सलेशन है उतनी देर के लिए होती है. He exhales and the earth is there. When he inhales, there is no earth. अपनी एक एक्सलेशन में उन्होंने पका के दे दी ये बच्चा. फिर वो देखता है कि ये अपना खेल ले, अपना फैमिली हस्बैंड वाइफ खेल
Indulging and humoring.
कर लो अपना. उसके बाद लेकिन आपको भूख नहीं मिटेगी. यू मे डू व्हाटएवर. खाना खाने के लिए मेरे ही किचन. दिस इज योगा. सो अष्टांग योग से नहीं हो. नास्ते नास्ते नास्ते. भक्ति योगा से ही भूख मिटेगी.
आपने ये कहा ना, तो मैं कल का अपना एक एक्सपीरियंस बता रही थी. मुझे एक पेपर साइन करना था, बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट. तो मैं कुछ भी काम करती हूँ कृष्णा को ध्यान रखती हूँ, लेकिन मैंने कल पहली बार रियलाइज किया कि मैं वो पेपर साइन कर रही थी तो मेरे को कृष्णा ध्यान नहीं आया. और बाद में मुझे इतना गिल्ट हुआ कि मैं आज ये पेपर साइन करने में कृष्णा ध्यान नहीं रखी, जबकि मैंने सोच के रखा था कि जब मैं ये पेपर साइन करूंगी तो आई विल, मतलब मैं अपने माइंड में कृष्णा को प्रेयर करूंगी. उस आधे मिनट में मैं नहीं कर पाई, तो मरने के 40 सेकंड में कब कर पाऊंगी मैं. तो ये मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ कि भाई हमारी इतनी पुअर चैंटिंग है, और इतना हमारा पुअर इन्वॉल्वमेंट है, हम ट्राई नहीं हार्ड कर रहे, जस्ट मैकेनिकली कर रहे हैं. वो जो 40 मिनट सेकंड डेथ से प्रेयर आएंगे, आज मैं आधे मिनट नहीं याद रख पाई. वो 40 मिनट्स के लिए तो मुझे बहुत प्रैक्टिस है.
It's the story of everybody's life. But again, abhyasena kaunte, he will say. अभ्यास से it's possible. And उससे भी ज़्यादा. Further he will say, in Bhagavatam तो he says even more elaborately, हमारे प्रयास से तो it's impossible. First of all, let's all know this fact. कि अगर हमें लग रहा है कि हम अपने प्रयास से अपनी चैंटिंग के बेस पे if you are in the shelter of Guru and the Guru Parampara, उनकी मर्सी से ही आप नहीं कर सकते. It's impossible to get. नहीं. So it's imperative that you take the shelter of Guru. हमारी चैंटिंग से तो हम कभी भी नहीं पहुंच सकते, किसी भी स्टेज पे नहीं पहुंच सकते. आप 25-30 कृपा से ही निकल सकते हैं यहाँ से. इतना हमने जो भी किया है, जिसकी वजह से हम यहाँ आए, we need mercy to get out of here. हमारे एफर्ट से तो नहीं. So कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस में कैसे अचीव हो जाता है ये? One is always pleased in himself. He is no longer engaged in sense gratification. He can do everything for Krishna's satisfaction, and he is perfectly detached from sense play. अगर आप हर, ये देखो, बच्चे को पाल रहे हो, या सिखा रहे हो किसी को, या कुकिंग कर रहे हो, या कॉलेज जा रहे हो, या डेटी वर्शिप, ये 9 processes of devotional service very easily, not through the red में दिखाया है ना, not possible, very much possible. Have we done? चलो बहुत कर लिया. Do this last. Do we have time? नहीं, आपकी वहाँ की गली है. 1:30. अच्छा, so then next time.
ये आप लोग कंटिन्यू करो, ऐसे नहीं.
सभी को जाना होगा. Everybody has to go. So anyways, I'll just show you this. Although this comes after the 5th and 6th, but this is the ये इसको कैसे निकालते हैं ऊपर से? मैं ऑनलाइन क्लास में भी स्ट्रगल करती रहती हूँ. I'm not able to read ना ये ऊपर से. Then I keep struggling ये कैसे जाएगा? कैसे
नीचे
जाएगा?
click करो. Just wait for touch screen. Just click anywhere on the screen. Is it touch screen? Was it touch screen?
नहीं ये ना.
कहाँ है आपका cursor?
माता जी इसके ऊपर ना देखिए एक 4 शाइन दिख रहा है आपको, एक डैश, एक सिंगल विंडो, डबल विंडो एंड ऑल. प्रेस टू दैट सिंगल विंडो.
हाँ ये
ना हाँ, सिंगल विंडो प्रेस करने से आप ही की विंडो दिखाई देगी आपको सर.
चलो. Anyways. So this is the role of a mind as a friend or an enemy. ये आगे के verses हैं. But because this picture is very graphic, so I want to show you this picture. That an uncontrolled mind is actually an enemy. And a controlled mind is actually a friend. And दुनिया में इस वक्त हमें ये बताया जा रहा है, freedom. This is feminism, nationalism. All the isms are this. Do what you like. Break the rules. If you're able to do what you like, you have achieved the perfection of life. Restriction से बाहर निकलो, खुशी उसी में मिलेगी. That's actually आपने इसको इतना सारा food दे दिया. Now he's only going to trouble you. आप मेंटल एग्जाइटी से कैसे निकलोगे? जो आपके मन के अंदर ही बैठ गया है, उससे कैसे बाहर के लोगों से तो लड़ सकते हो? एंड अ कंट्रोल्ड माइंड इज अ फ्रेंड. सो ऑस्टेरिटी में ही खुशी है. वी हैव बीन गिवन टू बिलीव दैट people who are always fasting, getting up early, sleeping early, and eating only one kind of food, giving up an like they were not enjoying their life. बेचारे my family members बेचारे कुछ खाते भी हैं. So बेचारा शादियों में जाते हैं.
कब शुरू करोगे वापस? क्यों छोड़ दिया?
बेचारे. They are here. This is the condition of a bichara. So which bichara do you want to be? This bichara or this bichara? उनसे अगर आप पूछो, whole pitara will come out of the dukh that is in their life. And they are all going to psychiatrists and taking pills. और नींद नहीं आ रही है. Most of the people have insomnia because नींद नहीं आ रही, because that anxiety is keeping them up. So with this we will conclude. Thank you. Huh?
So much of anxiety हो जाती है.
Thank you so much, Hema. Oh, I can see Archana, Reshma, Preeti, and Sheetal also. Hari bol. So, were you with us, Preeti? आपने पूरा सुना?
यस माता जी.
Okay.
बीच में थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ था मेरे ये मोबाइल में, लेकिन मैं सुना.
आप पहुंच गए शीतल?
अभी बस घसघसी में.
Okay. So, with this we conclude. Thank you all so much for joining. This is our unique class where we are online and offline both.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
ठीक है.
सबसे अच्छा मुझे कीर्तन था.
हाँ, कीर्तन बहुत अच्छा था.
Kirtan after a very long time, with the feel, basically.
Kirtan with a mridanga and kartal, it was awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. And let's chant the Vaishnav Pranam Mantra before we close class and for prasadam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo Ananta Koti Vaishnavin ki jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Now you all relish prasadam.
We miss you all.
Yeah, we really miss you. काश एक ब्रिज बन जाता और ये 4D हो जाता Zoom और आप लोग बाहर आ जाते इसमें से. Yeah, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we will do this again.
Definitely. It's a nice one. आप सब मिल भी रहे हो and Zoom पे हम attend भी कर पा रहे हैं.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hari Bol. Thank
Hari
you.
Bol.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Like how the interactive रहती है.